I'm Jeremy Scott Miller. Where I go, ignorance meets its death. My dearest protege, Kelli. My little philanthropist. Kelli Skellington, born Kelli Anne Nabergall. She intended to legally change her name, but alas, she never had the chance. She was my friend, my dearest protege, my charge. She was as close to me as a blood relation, even though we never met face to face. We were that close. As her life having reached its ultimate conclusion, it seems desirable to chronicle that life as I took part in it. When I first saw her on Facebook, I took no note of her. She was one of many other background figures who I didn't recognize, commenting on innocuous posts for well over a week. Then, as luck would have it, she asked a question that drew my interest. Why, whenever one group wants more rights, does another group always act as if it's taking their rights away? I explained that is because it is, in point of fact, taking their rights away. There's a fine supply of rights in the world. When you outlaw slavery, you're giving enslaved people their rights to liberty, but are taking from otherwise honorable people their property that they've already spent money on. When you outlaw wife beating, you are giving women the right to security of their person, but are depriving husbands of a right to which they are accustomed. I de-enter. Her reply to all that was, humans, in a disparaging tone. I de-enter quickly, befriend her, was impressed with her sharp mind, but noticed quickly that she was a newcomer to the movement. Verily, she did not even know who Dr. Edgar Sloan was. Until I rectified that. I sent her some of his websites and videos. In an editorial, I later sent her some annotated copies of his books. That he was a jingoistic madman, a practicing Jew who managed to finagle his way in the leadership of the AP Task Force on Circumcision. I admit only to help her play catch-up, since she was so obviously behind the times. Or I knew it, I'd imprinted on her as the daughter that I never had. I taught her the history of the movement, taught her how many defenses have been made for circumcision over the past century. I learned she was a minor, a brief detour. I thought for a brief moment of breaking ties with her. I felt she was now my responsibility. A responsibility I assumed as best I could. Someone questioned my decision to take a young woman not yet out of high school under my wing, especially on so contentious an issue. That she had heard the screams, I only hoped to help her be able to safely answer them. That's I bought her her first 25 pack of cards on my own dime. Started the history of the issue of circumcision in the United States. I'd already heard of John Brown, learned of John R.V. Kellogg. My eyes are still bothering me. As well as all I could do on the abolitionist movement on the issue of slavery. I taught her the Magna Carta, and I was shocked, incidentally, at how little she had learned of it in school. Honestly. I directed her to many websites, showed her the Foreskin Man comic, many of my YouTube videos, as well as a lot of other YouTube videos, not by me. I bought her several books. As well as loaning her every Kindle book on the issue of circumcision I had at the time. Only to learn that less, you can't loan a book on Kindle more than once. When I learned of that, and that she'd still been reading Rape of Innocence, I'm going to put my glasses on. I bought her several books as well. I The reason why I solicited her street address was to give her a Jewish children's book I bought, Baby Express, that I gave her as a gift. When the books I loaned her on Amazon were returned, and I found I could only loan something out once, I found that she had not finished Rape of Innocence by Patricia Robinette. So I promptly bought her the book on Amazon. I just told her, YHM for You Have Mail. And she responded it was almost explosive, this sheer overwhelming gratitude. Thank you so much! She was exuberant, a reaction I infinitely preferred to my own mother's. Refusal to even look through the book. For her high school graduation, I bought her own hardcover of Uncle Tom's Cabin. To remind her that we are carrying on the work of the abolitionists of yore. One of the proudest moments of my life was when she invited me to an intactivist chat on Discord that told me that she was starting to come into her own as an intactivist. Alas, it was not to be. A pleasant illusion, but an illusion nonetheless. inexplicably. I felt more empathy towards Kelli than I have had towards anyone. In the last few decades, much to my mother's jealousy. Empathy makes one feel alive. And because of that, I had strong love-hate feelings towards her. Empathy makes me feel alive, but it opens one up to pain. The one must feel that pain, or else life is not worth living. Kelli was the closest thing I ever had to a child of my own body. My eyes are almost choking back from either sweat or tears. I don't know which. And I loved her. Verily, if I was richer, if she didn't already have loving parents, I think I'd have sought to adopt her as my own child. First tears I shed in my entire adult life were for her when I learned that her cancer was terminal. Her father, Kelli Nabergall, has approached me on her old Facebook account. Kelli's grieving mentor, Jeremy Scott Miller. Where I go, ignorance meets its death.